were looking to create an international destination point in the arts that was not imitative, that was not conventional. At the same time, we wanted a place where students could learn.
We had, I don't know how many summers of the Bard Music Festival in the tent outside, and inevitably when it was symphony night, it would pour. The arts at the college were increasingly vibrant and growing. All of that needed a home. Dick really felt that this was one of those ambitious, far-reaching, visionary ideas. It was preposterous. We couldn't afford it. We didn't know what would happen once it was built.
To have a vision and to implement it, considering the resources we had at the time, tremendous achievement.
I always tell my students, this is your stadium. This is where our values are. This is what the college respects.
Of all the projects I've been involved with, this one has most exceeded the expectations. If you go to the concert hall that the Mariinsky has in St. Petersburg, there's a little exhibit that is the best concert halls in the world, and we're one of them. Frank Gehry deserves an enormous amount of credit. The building is inspiring to students. It's inspiring to the visiting artists that come here.
We went around with Toyota, who did the audio sound, and we went to every part of the theater, and it sounded the same wherever you sat. That's very unusual. We have built a world-class performing arts center that is quite different than many others in terms of its size, in terms of its programming, and its execution.
It's about an institution seeing its own destiny. The nation, in our view, needs to understand that the arts are not decorative, not optional, not peripheral to notions of freedom.
This building is about risk-taking. From the moment you approach, you have that sense.
The floodgates broke, and each of us was engulfed by genies and sprites offering us wishes and wonders and eternities and charm and cleverness and true brave hearts and pots of gold while giants fee-fo-fummed across the land.
Over the course of the last 10 years, some really wonderful things have happened in the theatre program. What's happening now is that we are beginning to integrate the work of the theatre program and the professional activity in the building.
Bard professors are actively practicing artists, and so oftentimes they'll be working on their work in the building. So there's a lot of intersection between the faculty who are performing and the students who are performing as well.
Set them on him! That man who wears a woman's dress. Justice! Show yourself! Let your sword fall on the head of that.
The students here feel a sense of ownership of the Thorne studio space, partly because they study in it, and then they also spend lots of hours in it as choreographers.
It makes me really realize that what we do is a privilege, and then it makes me realize that there's an obligation to it, that we have this space and I better use it.
As a result of the building, we were able to start a conservatory of music.
I think you have to think of them as breath marks within a slurred phrases.
10 years ago, we opened with a concert with all professional musicians. 10 years later, we have a concert, a big Mahler symphony, but we have our own conservatory students on stage.
Mahler Second is a monumental work, and it shows off the acoustics of this space. And it's the largest assemblage of musicians we've had to date.
We really see artists as entrepreneurs. Our current students are going to show us the future of the art form, and we are trying to give them all the tools we can to pave the way.
I see Bard going on forever, hopefully, and I think the outreach that we can do in terms of audience as well as programming is infinite.
Every time I come over the crest of the hill and see the building, my heart still skips a beat, and I'm immensely proud with what's been accomplished here. But I'm also really challenged by what we have to accomplish to keep that going and to get support to continue.